Hello, I'm Marilyn Harres, and this is my husband, Burt. I've been a member of St. Francis Cabrini Parish for 34 years. Burt and I serve as extraordinary ministers of Holy Communion at the 9:30 Mass, and I am a member of the choir. As a couple, we make a conscious effort to put God first in our lives every day. I always thought I was a good Catholic. I attended Mass every Sunday and Holy Day and taught religious education classes for several years. Additionally, I taught middle school language arts at Notre Dame Catholic School. Even when I returned to teach in the public school system, I tried my best to be an example of a person who follows Christ's teaching without actually coming out and saying so. Unfortunately, I took my relationship with God for granted. Then COVID-19 struck and the churches closed. Honestly, in the beginning, I enjoyed watching Mass in my pajamas, a cup of coffee by my side. Around the third week, I truly began to miss receiving the Eucharist. Spiritual communion just wasn't enough. So I started praying the Rosary daily. I believe Mary led me to explore Catholic videos such as Formed, paid for by the generosity of this parish. During this terrible pandemic, I experienced an illumination of conscience, and my faith actually grew. I am an example of how devout daily prayer and the intercession of our Blessed Mother can draw us closer to God, even in hectic times.
Well, unlike Marilyn, who's a cradle Catholic, my oldest son Michael and I became Catholics at St. Francis Cabrini Parish's 2000 Easter Vigil through the rite of Christian initiation of adults, commonly referred to as RCIA. RCIA is an adult Catholic process of formation and spiritual preparation prior to entering the Roman Catholic Church and our community. So for over 20 years, St. Francis Cabrini Parish has been my home parish. I must admit that asking people to donate their hard-earned money doesn't come easy to me, regardless of how worthy the cause. But today, after prayerful consideration, Marilyn and I have decided to make this appeal because we sincerely believe in the mission and life of our parish. Although we certainly realize that our parish is committed to addressing our spiritual needs, we believe that we cannot ignore that it requires financial resources to fulfill its mission of developing our God-given talents, precious time, and earthly treasure to loving and serving all people. If we look at our parish's earthly treasure, its annual income is primarily derived through our offertory collection and covers expenses such as salaries, operational costs, maintaining our infrastructure, ministry and program expenses, and school support. Unfortunately, as of April 2020, when COVID-19 struck our community and the parish was required to close its doors and finally reopen at 25% capacity, the parish has no longer received its anticipated offerings. The current annual budget shortfall is now projected at $58,717.
Our mother, Mary, courageously answered yes every time our Lord asked something of her. She fully trusted God. As you live out your call as Jesus' disciples, please look at the blessings you have been given. And in a response of gratitude, we ask you to join us in responding to our parish's faith, hope, and courage recovery effort by committing or recommitting to a weekly or monthly contribution. In closing, we'd like to quote Luke 12:48. From everyone to whom much has been given, much will be required. And from the one to whom much has been entrusted, even more will be demanded. Thank you, and may God bless you.